Accusations of a Riverdale school teacher watching porn inside the classroom. I'm Eric Rosales. I'll let you know what the Riverdale superintendent has to say about it.
Fresno's mayor unveils her latest budget proposal. I'm Liz Gonzalez. Coming up, we'll tell you how that money could make a big difference when it comes to keeping the streets safe and what major piece of firefighting equipment that could put back in use here in Fresno.
People are protesting in front of Visalia City Hall. They're trying to help a family keep their goats. I'm Erica Cervantes. I'll tell you why the family says they need to have the goats in their backyard.
Those stories and more on KMPH Fox 26 News now.
You're watching KMPH Fox 26. And now, the Valley's #1 primetime newscast, the KMPH 10 o'clock news.
I saw naked girls.
Pictures or a movie?
Those pictures and a video.
This fifth grader at Riverdale Elementary School says she caught her teacher watching porn in the classroom. And that girl's mother says she's been trying to get answers for the last 2 weeks since her daughter reported that.
But she claims Riverdale school administrators are trying to keep it hush-hush. The mother says this afternoon a school official even called her at home, telling her not to speak with KMPH Fox 26 News about the investigation. And a story you're seeing only on KMPH Fox 26 News. Reporter Eric Rosales went searching for answers.
I saw naked girls.
11-year-old Soledad Orozco says she caught her teacher looking at naked girls on a laptop computer in the classroom.
Those pictures and a video.
Did he know you were there?
At first he didn't, but when I said his name, he was startled, and then he knew I was right there.
Stacy Voss is Soledad's mother. Voss says she is proud of her daughter for reporting what she saw to the Riverdale Elementary School principal. However, Voss says since then, school officials have not told her anything.
Well, first the school called me. They said that my daughter reported the incident, and now it's under investigation, and that was the end of the conversation.
But they wouldn't tell you what the incident was?
No, they did not. So when my child came home from school, I asked her, and she informed me what was going on.
We wanted to find out, is the accusation true? And if so, is the teacher still working for the school district? After leaving several messages with the superintendent here in Riverdale, we decided to come down to his office. However, a secretary told me that all questions need to be referred to a public relations firm. The PR representative answered, it's a personnel matter. We have no comment at this time to every question I asked, including why was a Fresno County Sheriff's Department car parked in front of the school? Voss says even if it's under investigation, the district should let other parents know.
It could have been their child. It was in her class, and it was not just that student, my daughter, that seen it. It was also another student that seen it.
Voss tells me she is now speaking to an attorney. In Riverdale, Eric Rosales, KMPH Fox 26 News.
Voss says she called the sheriff's department to find out when the school district reported the incident. She says deputies told her last week. Voss says that's more than a week after her daughter reported the accusation to the school principal.
A strange and sudden outbreak of grass fires today. CAL FIRE reported at least 5 grass fires around eastern and central Fresno County. Investigators say they all started within about an hour of one another, starting with a fire near Herndon and Academy. But no sooner was that one out when firefighters had to move on to the next and the next, finally finishing at Kings Canyon and Alta, where crews say they knocked out 2 fires within about a quarter mile of one another. Worse still, they say the dry conditions are only going to get worse as the spring and summer wear on. And Fresno Mayor Ashley Swearingen has released her newest budget proposal, and it includes a boost in spending across the board. That budget would commit $5 million for parks improvements, $2 million for street repairs. It would fund another 3 miles in trails, and it would add 43 officers to the Fresno police force. The budget could also mean one key addition for Fresno firefighters. KMPH Fox 26 News reporter Liz Gonzalez tells us how this would help restore staffing and services at the fire department that had been long gone once the economy tanked. Liz?
Well, Monty, firefighters say there is still a long way to go, but they say this is a step in the right direction. Now, we are here at fire station number 15 in southeast Fresno. While there are firefighters that are assigned to this station, When there are really big calls across the city, they are then sent to cover another station while those firefighters are out on that call. It's a shuffling game that's been happening for quite a while, as the firefighters again have been trying to cover their bases in middle of having so many cuts to the jobs. But they're saying again that this is a step in the right direction. This was the inferno at a Northwest Fresno power pole plant last week. Fresno firefighters were on scene within minutes, but the multi-million-dollar fire burnt for hours, tying up resources.
So if you add truck 9, that's definitely going to help out in response times.
Ladder trucks were crucial to the fight. They had to be called in from other parts of town, but soon one of those trucks could be just 4 miles out.
You know, we're all firefighters, but truck companies really specialize in the heavier rescue, cutting people out of cars, the rapid intervention crews where it comes to, you know, going into a structure and saving down firefighters.
Fresno Mayor Ashley Swearingen's proposed budget released Monday includes a big boost to the fire department. It funds a fire truck to Station 9 at Clinton near Fruit. Now the trucks are the ones with ladders. Right now it only has a fire engine. The budget plan also lays the groundwork to replace the fire department's entire fleet and more than 300 fire radios. The budget would also beef up the ranks for Fresno police. It would add 43 officers to the force. Before the economy tanked, staffing was at nearly 850. It's now at 698, although the department is funded for 717 positions.
This is just one big toolbox, and it carries more equipment that you need for the heavier rescues.
Martinez says the fire department lost at least 18 firefighter positions when the budget acts fell. Monday's announcement helps. Oh, again, this is just a budget proposal. The mayor will formally present this to the city council during next week's meeting. Monty, the council does have to pass a budget, or budget, I should say, needs to be passed by the end of June.
All right, Liz, that investment is good news. Meanwhile, the Fresno Fire Department has already had its hands full this year, responding to 96 fires so far.
I think a lot of people don't realize that the firefighters also respond to pretty much every single medical aid in the city. And so there have been a lot of instances, and people don't know it most of the time, where they actually have to stop responding to medical aids because there are so many fires and so many things going on.
And there were those cutbacks several years back, and now they're still trying to recover from that. And
they haven't recovered.
Right, and then the equipment too, to finally replace some of that equipment that has gotten pretty old now.
It's gotten pretty old, and there are constantly rigs in the shop, so hopefully this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, Visalia mom is fighting the city to keep her goats.
Right, it turns out the woman uses the goats milks the goats to feed her babies, and now she's hoping community support will help change a city law. KMPH Fox 26 News reporter Erica Cervantes spoke with the mom and tells us why she says she needs the goats to milk.
In front of Visalia City Hall, this group is letting City Council know that they want the Freeman family to be able to keep their 2 goats.
I use the goat milk to make basically organic baby formula. I can't produce any breast milk because I had a surgery as a teenager. I was born with basically a birth deformity, so I had corrective surgery.
Gingy Freeman has a 7-week-old daughter and a 19-month-old daughter. The family kept the 35-pound goats in their backyard, and they didn't know that having a goat is actually against a city law.
All of my neighbors love them. Everyone that shares a fence with me has actually written letters of support tonight that we're going to be submitting along with our petition.
Freeman has written city council letters. She's gathered more than 1,300 signatures on a petition, and she's hoping the protest will help change the law.
I don't want my inability to breastfeed to affect my children's health, so I'm doing everything that I possibly can to give them the best nutrition that they can.
Now this picture gives you an idea of just how small the goats are. This is a full-size goat that Freeman owns, and this is her 19-month-old daughter. You can see the goat is pretty small, but even though the goat is so tiny, the city did send Freeman a letter telling her she did have to get rid of both of the goats. She ended up sending them to a friend's farm outside of the city. So Ashley, in order to have milk for the 7-month-old baby, she has a friend who's donating her breast milk.
And she obviously doesn't want to use formula, correct?
That's right. She says she wants to keep everything as pure and organic as she can, and she says she can't really get that with formula, so that's why she's using the goat's milk and turning that into formula.
Okay, well, this will definitely be interesting to follow up on. All right, Erica. And several cities, including San Diego and San Francisco, do allow people to have small goats as pets. And if you're wondering what the rules are for pets here in the Valley, here's what we found. In Fresno, you are only allowed to have 3 dogs, 3 cats, 2 Vietnamese pot-bellied pigs and 3 reptiles, farm animals, and wild animals are not allowed. The city of Visalia defines household pets as dogs, cats, birds, rabbits, hamsters, chinchillas, and guinea pigs, and reptiles. And just like Fresno, farm animals are not allowed.
So wait a minute, was that all at the same time or either or?
I believe the 3 dogs, cats, and a couple of pot-bellied pigs
all at once.
are all at once.
Wow.
But we might need to check on that to make sure.
You can have all that at once, but not 2 goats.
That is a busy household if you do.
I would think so.
Well, still to come, freedom of speech or a hateful targeting of Muslims.
We'll show you the debate now erupting over an event in Texas that left 2 would-be terrorists dead and others asking if freedom of speech should have limits.
Also, New York City mourning one of its finest tonight after a police officer is shot and killed in the line of duty. We'll let you know what led up to the deadly encounter.
But first, 2 more candidates joining the race for the White House. We'll introduce you to the newest contenders and let you know who else is waiting in the wings next.
And there's a chance of rain in the forecast. I'm going to show you when and exactly where you can see a bit of the wonderful wet stuff.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
For the top 4, it all comes down to this.
The finale matchup will be named tonight.
American Idol, Wednesday on Fox.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America.
This F-150's got some guts to it. Get out of town.
And I've heard a lot about this aluminum body.
700 pounds lighter. This is a V6, taking on like a rocket.
I'm impressed with the power.
With the EcoBoost, when you need that power, it'll handle what you're towing.
You want to take my trade-in right now?
See us during the EcoBoost Challenge sales event and get introductory savings of up to $4,550 on the all-new F-150. Only at your California Ford dealer.
Why is there a Kevin Federline ice sculpture? Why is this grilled cheese riding a cheeseburger? Because things get weird late at night. Like my Munchie meals. They all come with halvesy fries, 2 tacos, and a drink for just $6. Get one and get weird.
Want to take your shows everywhere you go this summer? Now you can with Xfinity from Comcast. For a limited time, get the X1 Double Play now for only $69.99 a month for a year with HBO and StreamPix included. With Xfinity On Demand, you can download and watch or stream your favorite shows and movies from anywhere. There's never been a better time to get the X1 Double Play now for only $69.99 a month for a year with HBO and StreamPix included. Or ask how you can get $500 back. Hurry, offer ends May 24th, so call or go online today.
I was getting into my car one morning when I heard it sounded like a kitten was trapped in my car, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Neither could my husband, and neither could the fire department. We couldn't lure it out, so we decided to drive very slowly to Les Schwab. The team took my car apart.
Oh, here he is.
And rescued the kitten. Today he's alive and well and spoiled rotten. I'm Andrea Duvall, and that's my Les Schwab story.
Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
The race for the White House is filling up fast with 2 more candidates declaring today.
And another plans to declare tomorrow. KMPH Fox 26 News national correspondent Scott Thuman explains why the 2 latest additions can make some real noise.
And I got to tell you something. I'm not politically correct. I'm probably never going to be politically correct because I'm not a politician. I don't want to be a politician.
Though Ben Carson does want to run the country and make decisions, he says, because they're right, not just politically expedient. Sharing the electoral spotlight Monday, Carly Fiorina, who echoed on Good Morning America the benefits of a non-politician.
And somehow we've come to this place in our nation's history where we think we need a professional political class. I don't believe that.
Both, whether intended or not, play roles others in the party can't. Carson, the only major black candidate, and Fiorina, the only prominent woman. He can perhaps best speak to race issues. She can likely attack Hillary Clinton more comfortably than a male candidate can.
But she clearly is not trustworthy.
And as the calendar slowly creeps closer to 2016, the countdown speeds up for declarations. On Tuesday, former Arkansas governor and winner of the 2008 Iowa caucuses, Mike Huckabee, jumps into the fray. Here, a preview of his platform as champion of the working class.
And raised average family income by 50%. We didn't slash, burn, hurt people, leave people impoverished. We empowered people to live a better life.
In the end, there could be some 20-plus candidates on the right. A dilemma for the GOP. Does it hinder the expected frontrunners or give them cover. The Democratic field hardly stalling either. Martin O'Malley, Jim Webb, Lincoln Chafee, even Vice President Biden, all under the watchful eyes of voters who wonder if they will declare in the coming days or weeks. In Washington, I'm Scott Thuman.
Presidential hopefuls talking about income inequality may encounter receptive audiences. A new poll shows about 63% of those surveyed by Gallup say the current distribution was unfair. That is a bit lower than in April 2008, just prior to the Great Recession, when 68% said the same.
Now, as you can imagine, the fact that Carly Fiorina and Dr. Ben Carson have entered the race is blowing up on social media. Take a look at what some of the folks had to say. Carl posted something, Carly Fiorina has something in common with my cat. Neither one of them will ever be hashtag POTUS. Following that, Jessica Coulter posted, under Carly's strong leadership, HP grew to be one of the 11th largest company in the United States. And again, hashtag Carly Fiorina. Chris Andrews wrote, Ben Carson for president. It's not like it takes a brain surgeon to do this job. Oh, wait a second. Ben Carson, very clever on that one. And we have a post here from Brenda K. Piper, who wrote, I'm so excited, Ben Carson for president 2016. We'll be probably hearing a lot more of those as we get deeper into the campaign season.
All right, definitely some interesting comments. Well, new details tonight in a shooting that left 2 dead at a free speech convention in eastern Texas. Investigators say 2 men with guns showed up to a cartoon contest to depict the Prophet Muhammad and began to open fire on the building. An officer that was part of the traffic detail shot and killed both men. One of the men had previously been arrested for charges of terrorism.
There's a problem in Islam, and the problem is we can't talk about the problem. We are seeing the wholesale slaughter of Christians in Iraq and in Syria, in Nigeria, in the Congo, Central African Republic. The jihad is raging.
Investigators are now saying the 2 men were roommates. One of the shooters had posted a tweet just before the attack, linking himself to ISIS. Though the event was criticized by some as a hateful targeting of Muslims, most argue that freedom of speech should still be protected. KMPH Fox 26 News national correspondent Christine Frizzell looks into the First Amendment rights that are now under fire.
God bless America. It was billed as a freedom of speech event. Organizer Pamela Geller became known for her anti-Islamic views.
There's a problem in Islam, and the problem is we can't talk about the problem.
The program at Sunday's event included a Prophet Muhammad cartoon contest. Remember the massacre at the French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo? Images of the Prophet Muhammad printed in the magazine were cited as the reason it was targeted. Still, Jean Policinski, who heads up the First Amendment Center at Washington, D.C.'s Newseum, says it's speech that is nonetheless protected by the First Amendment.
The fact that speech has provoked a violent attack in the past, I don't think is sufficient reason to shut down speech in an event that isn't directly inviting violence.
There is, of course, a long history of speech viewed by the masses to be hateful or offensive, which has all been protected by the highest court. From a neo-Nazi demonstration in a Jewish neighborhood in Skokie, Illinois, to burning the American flag, to the Westboro Baptist Church protests at military funerals.
The First Amendment's entire existence is not to protect speech in the middle that everybody thinks is fine. It, by its very definition, protects speech on the fringe with speech that many people don't like.
Policinski says as long as direct violence is not called for, it's what sets this country apart in the best way possible. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.
The White House has released an official statement following what happened in Garland, Texas, saying, quote, there is no act of expression, even if some people find it offensive, that could justify an act of violence. Still to come, Mexican food restaurants across the country preparing for big business tomorrow.
How many millions of avocados and how much beer Americans are expected to consume on Cinco de Mayo.
Plus, a North Carolina police officer suing Starbucks after his coffee spilled on his lap. How much money he says he wants from the coffee giant for physical and emotional damages.
But first, the New York City police officer killed in the line of duty. What the officer was doing moments before being shot in the head. Next.
And a quick reminder, we're always looking for story ideas from you. If you have something you think we should check into, let us know about it. Send us an email with your name, phone number, and a little information on the story to newsroom@kmph.com.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
Breaking news, weather, and traffic station is KMJ, 580 AM, 105.9 FM, and on the go at KMJNow.com. Your 24-hour news authority is KMJ every day.
At iMart Express, only one thing looks as good as you in our glasses, our prices. For a limited time, get 2 pairs with single vision lenses for only $39.71, or 2 pairs with no-line bifocals for just $76.92, all with a free 1-year frame warranty. And with our 1-hour service, you can buy today, wear today. Prices like $39.71 for 2 complete pairs won't last. So come in today and get your glasses for less at iMart Express.
It takes a community with courage and vision to build the one healthcare network we can all depend on through all of life's stages. Turn to the One, built on the shoulders of 8,000 staff and physicians, supported by a generous community. The One partnering with UCSF, one of the world's top medical schools, to train the doctors of tomorrow. The One keeping families close to loved ones, using the latest advances in technology to heal the whole patient. Investing billions in bold new facilities to strengthen our entire region. When it matters most, turn to the One. 4 hospitals, 1 community.
The best way to work and the best way home is traffic on the 5s every 10 minutes on KMJ, 580 AM, 105.9 FM, KMJNow.com. Your 24-hour traffic authority is KMJ every day.
The Big Bang Theory is here. Where will you sit on the couch?
This is definitely going to be my spot.
5 nights a week.
On KMPH Fox 26.
A New York police officer shot in the head over the weekend has died.
Officers say 25-year-old Brian Moore was shot after approaching a man with a gun. Reporter Rich Dennison from KMPH Fox 26 news partner Fox News tells us about the passing of the young officer.
It's with great regret and sadness that I announce the passing of New York City police officer Brian Moore.
25-year-old NYPD officer Brian Moore was shot in the head Saturday evening while reportedly trying to stop a man with a handgun. Moore and his partner approached the suspect, 35-year-old Demetrius Blackwell. After exchanging words, Blackwell allegedly shot at least 2 shots, hitting Moore in the head and face. Moore underwent emergency brain surgery and was placed in a medically induced coma. He died from his injuries Monday. Dozens of officers gathered outside the hospital to pay their respects, saluting the ambulance carrying Moore as it passed.
Our city is in mourning. Our hearts are heavy. We lost one of New York's finest, and that phrase needs to be fully understood in this moment. He risked his life for a very simple notion: to keep everyone else safe.
President Obama visiting New York City to help launch a nonprofit foundation, also expressing his condolences for the fallen officer.
He came from a family of police officers, and the family of fellow officers he joined in the NYPD and across the country deserve our gratitude and our prayers, not just today, but every day.
Officer Moore was surrounded by his family when he was pronounced dead, a makeshift memorial growing outside his home. His funeral is expected later this week. Blackwell will be facing a first-degree murder charge, which carries a life sentence. He is currently being held without bail. Rich Dennison, Fox News.
Police say they have not found the weapon used in that shooting. Well, get ready to see more of Homer, Marge, Bart, Lisa, and Maggie.
At 10:51, we'll let you know how much longer the longest-running scripted show in TV history will be sticking around.
But first, Cinco de Mayo. We show you how people all across the U.S. are getting ready to celebrate what's become an all-American holiday. Next.
And a fake chance of rain in the forecast. I'll show you when and exactly where raindrops could be falling on your head.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
to your credit union, Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union, where our people are part of your family, people whose longtime experience you can rely on, familiar faces you trust to help you and your family with any financial need. As a Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union member, you'll enjoy the convenience of mobile banking, mortgage and home equity loans to make your dreams come true, and very affordable auto loans. Merced School Employees Federal Credit Union, a member of your family and your future.
I'm still pretty nervous. It's just like we practiced. Thanks, Buster, for everything. You're welcome. Okay, you got the keys? Got them. Now get out there and give them their new Toyota. Congratulations, folks. We've got a deal.
Come here!
Welcome to the show, kid.
Toyota, let's go places.
Dr. Eric Paulson believes the latest technology and affordability are important. Call IVC today and get LASIK eye surgery for $14.95. No seminar to attend. Insight Vision Center, focused on you.
Grilled sourdough, fresh tomato, and crispy bacon bring the flavor, and sriracha marinated chicken brings the heat. Lucky for this guy, this Swiss cheese doubles as a fire blanket.
New Sriracha Spicy Super Chicken. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
We came in station wagons, campers, on planes, to see what Walt had built. And what we found was a place that was always growing, but never grew old. And now comes a celebration 60 years in the making, the Disneyland Diamond Celebration, with dazzling new experiences for the young and the young at heart. Come remember that feeling. Come feel forever young.
Considering a commercial loan? Borrow the strength and leverage the experience of Central Valley Community Bank, investing in business relationships since 1980.
Well, Cinco de Mayo is just a few hours away now, which means big business for Mexican restaurants.
Right, Mexican Americans often see the day as a source of pride, but it has seemingly been adopted by all of us here in the U.S. Reporter Kendall Nunley from our KMPH Fox 26 News sister station in Bakersfield shows us how businesses are getting ready.
Mix up the margaritas. Let the fajitas sizzle. And get ready to mash up those avocados. Because restaurants throughout the entire country are ready for your business this Cinco de Mayo.
We're expecting to increase our sales by at least 50%.
Elizabeth Bond is a service manager at Mauricio's Bar and Cantina in Bakersfield.
I think there's going to be a ton of margaritas and beers sold.
She adds that since this year's holiday falls on a Tuesday, the Taco Tuesday deals are expected to bring in even bigger crowds.
We sold probably 300 margaritas last year, so hopefully more this year.
Adding to those numbers, market analysts with research companies like The Street and Nielsen say Americans bought $600 million worth of beer on Cinco de Mayo in 2014. That's more than what was sold on Super Bowl Sunday and St. Patrick's Day. And the California Avocado Commission says over 87 million pounds of avocados were eaten last year for the holiday. And if you think that's a lot, they're projecting over 93 million pounds to be sliced, mixed, and mashed this year. Numbers which add to a big boost in business to the festive fun.
The Hispanic culture is really dominant here in this area.
From not only here in Kern County, but all across the globe.
But it is widely celebrated, I hear, from the Cayman Islands all the way to New Zealand.
Another fun fact, the most searched for cocktail for 2014 went to the margarita.
Well, in news across America tonight, an officer in North Carolina is suing for physical and emotional damage after spilling a cup of coffee on his own lap. Lieutenant Matthew Corr received a free cup of coffee at a Starbucks in January of 2012. Corr says the lid popped off and the cup folded in on itself in his lap. Starbucks says it isn't responsible because Corr didn't pay for the coffee. The company was giving officers in uniform free coffee that day. Corr is seeking compensation totaling more than $50,000. President Obama is in New York to launch a nonprofit organization. It'll focus on helping young minority men stay in school and find jobs. The organization will be called My Brother's Keeper Alliance. While he's in the Big Apple, President Obama will tape his final appearance on David Letterman's late-night talk show. And Tulsa police are looking for a man who stole an SUV, took it on a joyride, and crashed it into a woman's house. The victim, working a late-night shift at Taco Bell, says the parking lot was mostly empty, but when he looked out at the lot around 5 a.m., he saw that his car was missing. A homeowner nearby said she woke up to a loud bang, and that's when she found the stolen SUV. She says she grabbed a flashlight, but no one was in the car. Rude awakening.
And Jim De La Vega is in for Chief Meteorologist Kevin Raymer right now with some perhaps good news. You've been teasing us all
Tease
night.
is right. It's not a high probability, but it is in your
Possible.
forecast. I'm going to show you exactly where, and we're happy for that. And we do have a little rain falling in the mountains right now. Let me show you what's going on with your weather. Beautiful weather the last few days. In the infrared, you can see some clouds over the mountains, and when I put on the radar, you see some beautiful green over the mountains. Not a lot of moisture, but we are seeing some of the mountains. That will continue through midweek. We'll have that possibility of getting mainly afternoon and evening thunder showers. Temperature today, 83 degrees. Normal for this date is 81. So we've seen the temperature do a stair step down. On Saturday it was 91, and it's been working its way down closer and closer and closer to normal. And that's because we've had this big ridge of high pressure, and this big ridge of high pressure has been keeping us above normal. But it's a lot like me doing push-ups after the first 5 or 6, okay, 2. It starts to get tired, and so the temperature begins to come down. Also, we have something else in the weather. That counterclockwise spin, that's an area of low pressure, that trough of low pressure. It's going to work its way down to our area. We'll start to see the clouds moving in on Wednesday, and the temperatures will begin to go down, and we're going to see that faint possibility of rain Thursday afternoon and evening. We could have some thunder showers from this system. It's about a 20% chance, and that number could go up as we get closer. We're hoping to squeeze a few more drops out of the system. 71 degrees right now, humidity at 39%. Tonight we're going to see the lows in the mid-40s in Yosemite, 50 Mariposa to be in mid-40s in Bass Lake, and 34 will be the low in Shaver Lake. Shaver's warming to the low 60, 72 in Bass Lake. It'll be 76 in Mariposa, and 77 will be the high in Yosemite. We're going to see Merced get down to 50 tonight, 51 in Madera, 49 in Los Banos, low 50s in Mendota, and mid-50s in Fresno. Oakhurst will warm up to 78 tomorrow. 81 is going to be the high in Merced, 77 in Los Banos, 84 in Mendota and in Madera and in Fresno for tomorrow. South of the valley looks like this. We have 54 for the low tonight in Coalinga, 56 in Hanford. It's going to be low 50s in Visalia and Porterville, and mid-50s in Delano's. Those highs, beautiful day. 85 in Delano, 84 will be the high in Porterville, and in Visalia it's going to be 88 in Hanford and 86 degrees in Coalinga. If you're heading to the coast, you're going to see some clouds. 62 San Francisco, mostly cloudy. It's going to be cloudy in Monterey at 57, cloudy in Pismo Beach. There'll be 67 for the high. Also cloudy in San Diego at 66, 67 in Los Angeles, and cloudy and 71 degrees in Santa Barbara. Pollen high right now. Mold is low, and air quality is moderate in parts of the valley. It is good in Merced. It is moderate in Madera, in Fresno, in Kings. Good air quality in Tulare and in Kern County. For tonight, we're looking at 55 degrees, mostly clear skies. For tomorrow, 84 degrees. Beautiful day, but that's part of us beginning to cool down. This is what it looks like. So 84 tomorrow, then we cool to 80 on Wednesday, and then we drop into the mid-70s, and that's when we get that possibility of rain for both Thursday and Friday. Not a high probability, but we will certainly take that chance to get as much moisture as we can get. And speaking of water, this is your Fresno watering schedule. Odd number addresses Tuesdays and Saturdays, even numbered addresses Wednesdays and or Sundays. And do not forget to right now get this weather app. If you don't have it, you are missing out. It is absolutely free. It works on Android and Apple iTunes. It is easy to download, and it is just chocked full of really good information. People look at you different. It'll put a spring in your step. And
wow, sold.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it'll make hair grow back. Such a good app. It's really a good app. Go to KMPH.com, click on weather, and you'll be able to see things if you want to do it online.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to be downloading the app now.
Yeah.
All that weathery goodness.
Thanks,
Okay. Still ahead tonight, a Seattle man turns his basement into every little boy's dream.
We'll show you what his man cave looks like after spending thousands of dollars on Legos.
But first, Judgment Day for a man accused of knowingly infecting another man with the HIV virus. How long he's expected to spend behind bars. Next.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
For Joy to offer his heart to Rachel.
I'm falling in love with you.
What? Next Friends.
On KMPH Fox 26.
Has this happened to you?
X-rated images come up on your phone.
Images you did not ask for?
Tomorrow on Great Day, how to keep that porn from invading your phone.
And how to report it to keep it from happening again.
Great Day, the Valley's #1 news and entertainment program.
This week, it's the lowest prices of the season at Ashley Furniture Home Store. We've made drastic reductions on hundreds of best-selling items starting at just $288, plus no interest for 3 years. Our lowest prices on beds, huge savings on sofas, and lowest prices on dining rooms. Hurry in, no interest for 3 years. Best-selling items as low as $288. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home.
Your brain holds nearly 100 billion neurons. This supercomputer inside your head makes 20 million billion calculations per second. That's a whole lot of thinking. Something else to think about? At National University, you can start your degree program anytime you want. With open enrollment throughout the year, we're ready when you're ready. Don't think you have time to learn something new? You just did. Keep learning at nu.edu.
A beautiful view begins with a beautiful window. At Reilly Window Center, our Milgard Essence Series wood windows combine beauty and strength to bring comfort and dependability to your home. Reilly Window Center, the perfect fit for your dream home.
Things that happen on Tuesdays. Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. And
soccer practice, softball practice, tuba lessons, t-ball practice.
Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. Any large pizza, just $10. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
This portion of the KMPH 10 o'clock news is brought to you by Ed Dina's Auto Center in Dinuba. You gotta go to Ed's.
A man is now being accused of knowingly giving his ex-boyfriend HIV.
Thomas Guerrero said he told his lovers he was HIV positive and has nothing to be sorry about. Guerrero says he would never knowingly infect someone because that's what someone did to him. But the judge didn't buy it, blasting him for his lack of remorse. More than 11,000 text messages from Guerrero show him mocking those he infected. Guerrero's ex says he will serve a life sentence with HIV. Guerrero, who pleaded no contest, will serve 6 months.
2 years in prison, that is the sentence handed down today for former Fresno police detective Derek Kumagai. Kumagai pleaded guilty to accepting a $20,000 bribe last February. He had been with the Fresno Police Department for almost 14 years before his arrest last year. Well, still ahead, a stunner in the NBA playoffs tonight.
KMPH Fox 26 sports director Ralph Wood will show you how the Clippers knocked off Houston without one of their best players.
But first, a volcano erupting in Costa Rica, where meteorologists say the ash will be moving to and why no alert was issued. Next.
And as we head to break, a quick look at today's closing numbers on Wall Street.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
With sliced jalapenos, crunchy jalapeno poppers, and spicy habanero sauce, the Thick Burger El Diablo gets hotter with every bite. Introducing the Thick Burger El Diablo, only at Carl's Jr.
Oh, come on, everybody. I think this is my grandson.
Little girl, you look so lonesome. I see you are feeling blue. Come on over to my place.
In life, the best things last. Like your car, when you trust it to the pros at Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. And now, get our 17-point conventional oil change for just $29 with a coupon you can print at speedyoil.com/save. Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, for the life of your ride.
In news of the world tonight, a volcano in Costa Rica erupted briefly, but no alerts have been issued.
The volcano started erupting back in October of 2014 and has emitted ash and steam. The Turrialba Volcano Park has been closed to the public since then. The National Meteorological Institute of Costa Rica tweeted that the ash will be moving to the south of the volcano. And people in Papua New Guinea are still talking about the powerful earthquake that hit the area just a few hours ago. The U.S. Geological Survey says it was a magnitude 7.4. As strong as that was, no major damage has been reported. A 328-foot-long carp streamer was put on display just north of Tokyo yesterday. Carp streamers are like kites, traditionally displayed in Japan around Children's Day, which is May 5th. The streamers symbolize prayers for the health and well-being of children. This year's streamer, made by locals, weighs nearly 730 pounds. A little bit hard to grab and, pull by a string and get up in the air.
A lot of running involved.
Yeah, lots of running.
All right, coming up in sports, I'll show you Steph Curry as you've never seen him before. The basketball star got emotional at today's NBA Most Valuable Player Awards ceremony. That's next in sports.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
Central California's #1 rated radio news team, KMPH Fox 26 News. The Valley's most watched primetime news on TV. Now, the Valley's most powerful news affiliation. First, fast and accurate every day.
SMR indicator to helium.
And there they are, 57 million miles from Earth.
How does it look? Here I go. Roger.
Now he's exited the module, and we are one step from Mars.
1201, the up.
Never miss a moment. UVerse has more live TV channels on the go than cable.
Honda's the only company ever to win both the Indy 500
and a Supercross Racing Championship.
They were also the first to come up with this. The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event, where you can get great deals on almost everything Honda makes, including the sporty Civic, named best value in its class. Get great deals on Civics right now.
Hurry, the Honda Dream Garage Sales Event ends soon. Get a great deal on a Civic today at your Honda dealer.
We get up every morning knowing every child is counting on us. A lifetime of preparing to find the answer. Because they deserve victories. And the only way we'll win them is to never stop. Because every kid should get to be a kid. Valley Children's. Futures worth fighting for.
You should see me when I play basketball.
Oh, hey, look, it's Kevin Durant.
Hey, we're drinking your Kevin Durant signature slushes.
You give me one?
No.
I'll play you for him.
All right.
One-on-one?
On one?
What?
Now what are you gonna do? Don't go to the left, go to the right.
Did go right.
No, not your right, my right.
What are you talking?
Ooh, we got slushed.
Or he got slushed.
Up your game with the new Kevin Durant Signature Candy Slush, part of our Slush headquarters. And don't forget our half-price shakes after 8 p.m. This is how you Sonic.
We always knew that when we had another baby, we would love it if I could stay home. The kids shape what we do. Everything's about them. So we had to make a lot of changes. Quick Balance is this really nice feature of the Bank of the West app. The more I check into my balance, the easier it is for me to stay on track. You don't even have to log in. Hold on tight. You're on call, 24/7. Every minute that the app saves me is a minute that I can spend with my family. And that means everything to me.
The KMPH Sports Report is presented locally by Bank of the West. For a personalized approach to banking, go West. Bank of the West.
Welcome to the Bank of the West Sports Desk and some history by the Bay. Earlier today, Steph Curry became the first Golden State Warrior ever to be named the NBA's most valuable player. Curry won in a close vote over Houston's James Harden, but if you've watched the guy all season, it probably should not have been close. Curry has been sensational, averaging 24 points and 8 assists a game while breaking his own record for most three-pointers made in a season. Got emotional at today's ceremony when talking about the influence of his father, former NBA player Del Curry.
Pops, you're the example of what a true professional is on and off the court. And to be able to follow in your footsteps, it means a lot to me. This is special. I'm really proud of what you were able to do in your career, and I don't take that for granted at all. A lot of people thought I had it easy with the Pops playing, in the NBA, but you made it okay for me to have a family at my age when I started it, and to know that you take care of your business, you'll be all right. So thank you so much.
On the floor tonight, Chris Paul sat out the Clippers series opener at Houston with a sore hamstring, and LA came up big without him. On the break, it's going to be Blake Griffin for the basket and the foul late in the third. Griffin had a triple-double, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 13 assists. J.J. Redick with the three, scored all 17 of his points in the second half. That's when the Clippers turned it around with a 12-0 run. Here it's Matt Barnes with 3 of his 20. And how about it? L.A. steals Game 1 in Houston, 117-101. I'm loving that Game 2 Wednesday night in Houston. Earlier tonight in Cleveland, Derrick Rose scored 25 points to lead the Chicago Bulls to a 99-92 win over LeBron James and the Cavaliers. LeBron had 19. On to baseball, where the Giants are starting to click, and Madison Bumgarner's getting it done. 7 1/3 no-hit innings tonight against the Padres. San Francisco got the only offense it would need in the bottom of the third inning. Angel Pagan opened the scoring with an RBI single to drive in Nori Aoki. Then Justin Maxwell walked on a wild pitch to bring in Joe Panik, and that was it. Giants have their first 4-game winning streak of the season, beating the Padres 2-0. Meanwhile, Stephen Vogt continues to swing a red-hot bat for the A's at Minnesota tonight. The Visalia native would touch them all with the bases loaded. In the first inning, a grand slam, Vogt's 7th home run of the season. It staked Oakland to a 4-0 lead. Vogt had 3 hits, 5 RBIs, but the Twins came back to beat the A's 8-7. Fresno State's Jake Scholl is Mountain West Pitcher of the Week for his complete game 1-hitter at San Jose State. The Bulldogs host Northridge tomorrow night. Finally, from the Bank of the West Sports Desk, the Grizzlies and El Paso were swinging for the fences tonight. Fresno's Preston Tucker looked like he hit that one off the end of the bat, but still going to clear the left field wall. Tucker's 10th homer of the season. The Chihuahuas loaded the bases in the top of the third for Cody Decker, and that one's on its way out of here. A grand slam. The Grizzlies open an 8-game homestand with a 13-6 loss to El Paso.
I always get a kick out of that.
Chihuahuas.
Isn't that
great?
I know.
Isn't it? We love the Chihuahuas.
Yeah, it's definitely probably puts fear into
the
real Grizzlies,
traditional baseball.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Coming up, everybody's got an inner child.
We'll show you where one man has now let his run free when he designed his perfect Lego man cave. How many thousands of dollars and pieces did it take to build? Find out next.
But first, a reminder that you can find local, state, and world news anytime, day or night, at our website, KMPH.com. Stay with us. We're coming right back.
The KMPH 10 o'clock news will continue in a moment.
Season finale is a big flippin' deal with one unexpected ending. All new Tuesday on Fox.
Think your mom will like this cool bag or this cute top or this jewelry box? Go to Ross. You'll save so much you could get her all 3. And just because she'll say,
you shouldn't have.
Of course you should. She's your mom.
Mother's Day at Ross.
It takes a community with courage and vision to build the one healthcare network we can all depend on when it matters most. Turn to the One, 4 hospitals strong, built on the shoulders of 8,000 staff and physicians providing the highest level of care. The One investing billions to strengthen the entire region. Turn to the One, 4 hospitals, 1 community.
You ask for more. You expect more. And because you expect more, Kitahara Buick GMC delivers more. Like the tested, inspected, and guaranteed. Kitahara certified pre-owned vehicles. And if you desire a new vehicle, Kitahara Buick GMC is the largest volume Buick GMC dealer in Northern California. Because you expect more, Kitahara Buick GMC delivers more. Come in today. We'll make you smile.
Eyeglass World asks, what do you look for when you buy glasses?
I like to mix it up, so I need bold styles, classic styles, and affordable prices. Having lots of choices and saving money is important. That's why I come to Eyeglass World.
Only Eyeglass World gives you 2 pairs for $78, so you can always afford more than 1 pair.
My glasses are part of my personal style. They're me.
Eyeglass World. Glasses that make the difference. Prices that make it possible.
Are you underwater on your mortgage? Keep Your Home California may be able to help. Help you to keep your home, keep your stability, and keep your joy. Our principal reduction program can help homeowners who have experienced an economic hardship or severe decline in their home's value with up to $100,000 in mortgage assistance, all at no cost to you. To see if you qualify, visit keepyourhomecalifornia.org or call 888-954-KEEP.
You get it. You know you can get great style and great savings at Ross. So if you're looking for the latest styles for spring, the best selection in your size at unbeatable savings, you gotta go to Ross.
Well, you've heard of man caves before, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. Places where guys can just be guys. We're talking big screen TVs, pool tables, you name it. Well, one man in Washington State has a man cave filled with Legos, 250,000 of them. Reporter Elisa Jaffe from our KMPH Fox 26 News sister station in Seattle checked it out.
So this is my Lego room and bar.
This is a Lego lover's version of a man cave.
We also have a media room down here,
where everything is awesome when the Lego movie plays. Jeff Pelletier transformed his 1903 Seattle home's basement into Legoland.
So this is a drawer of Lego torsos.
A room of bins to organize his huge, colorful collection.
And of course, I have a drawer of just Lego heads.
Pelletier picked up his Lego hobby when he was a toddler and says he's probably spent 25 grand buying Lego bricks and kits over the years.
So it's a little horrifying to think about how much Lego I actually have. It's around 250,000 pieces.
He's built a Lego library, bars, a custom creation inspired by all the cranes and construction in Seattle.
Retail, commercial base, with a tower on top of condos or apartments.
His obsession with the toy probably played a part in his career choice.
Since I was 2 years old, I always wanted to be an architect. And I think a lot of that was because of Lego.
Video of the architect's Lego room has gone viral the past few days. A slew of blogs and sites have prompted emails and phone calls from around the world.
People who say that I've inspired them now to actually start their own Lego room or to not take their lives too seriously, which is pretty nice.
Pelletier even replicated his remodeled house using lime Lego bricks and wonders if his young sons will one day become Lego maniacs too.
When the kids walk down the staircase, their eyes open wide, they get so excited, and the parents see the bar, and then they're excited as well.
When Pelletier bought this Capitol Hill home, he says it was completely empty except for one single red Lego brick up in the attic. He says that was a sign that this is where they should build their lives and their Lego room. In Seattle, Elisa Jaffe reporting.
Okay, I can see a lot of good things to collect. In my book, though, I don't think Legos would be one of them.
You know, all I can see with that, you know how many times I feel like we have 1 million Legos in our house, and we don't have anywhere near that.
Well, that means you've stepped on them 2 million times.
That's what I'm saying. 1 million opportunities to step on those things in the middle of the night on the way to the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's all I see, and that's not fun.
No, not at all.
Well, still to come, your favorite animated family is here to stay.
But for how long? How many seasons the iconic show was renewed for, and how many episodes it'll have under its belt. Next.
If you buy a car in the Valley, you have to be aware. Records show that our area is one of the worst for this particular type of crime. I'm Eric Rosales. I'll investigate the huge number of scrubbed auto titles in our area. Thursday on the KMPH Fox 26 10 o'clock news.
Friends, next on KMPH Fox 26.
Kaiser Permanente, you'll connect with your doctor anytime, anywhere. Another way care and coverage together makes life easier. Become a member of Kaiser Permanente, because together we thrive.
It's the lowest prices of the season at Ashley Furniture Home Store. Prices as low as $288. Reductions on hundreds of our best-selling items. Plus, no interest for 3 years. Hurry in now, Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home.
These days it seems like everybody's talking about innovation. But what about innovating innovation? Yeah.
I'm proud to bring you something that does exactly that.
It's so thin.
It's shatterproof. Even bendable.
Dang.
You can play the front, and for the first time ever, the back. So proud to be a part of this.
Ford is taking the EcoBoost Challenge all across America.
I feel like I'm in a race car.
Check out the new Focus and find out why Ford is the brand more people buy and buy again.
EPA estimated rating 42 miles per gallon highway.
Ooh, I need that.
The control's amazing. It makes me feel safe.
This is the future, and this is Ford, and they are way ahead of the game.
Now get up to $1,500 cash back or lease a Focus for just $159 a month. Plus, get $750 competitive owner cash. Only at your California Ford dealer.
Sadhu Allergy and Asthma specializes in treating the effects bad air in the valley can bring. Dr. Sadhu is ready to help clear up those sniffles and coughs. You have a dentist, you have a doctor, and here in the valley, you should have an allergist. Sadhu Allergy and Asthma.
Why does Papa Murphy's offer any large pizza for just $10 on Tuesdays? Because these things also happen on Tuesdays.
Soccer practice. Softball practice. T-ball practice. Picture day.
Jake's mom can't do carpool.
Dentist appointments.
Orthodontist appointments.
Tuba lessons.
Hopathon.
PTA meetings.
Science fair.
Show and tell.
Book reports. Mathlete practice.
Papa Murphy's $10 Tuesdays. Make Tuesdays easier and more delicious. Any large pizza, just $10. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's.
Love at 425 degrees.
A high school homecoming dinner.
Oh my God.
Gets too hot to handle.
I've never evacuated this place due to fire.
All new Hell's Kitchen, Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Do your worst, you old goats. This won't be a tropical vacation like Iwo Jima.
It's you and me, Blubber McGee.
Finally tonight, great news for Simpson fans. Fox has renewed the show for 2 more seasons. This brings the series to a total of 625 episodes. The Simpsons is the longest-running scripted show in television history. The show has won 31 Emmy Awards and is currently airing its record-breaking 26th season.
And it will be around for several more.
I am sure it will be. It's very popular.
Yes, and it will continue to be so. Popularity is something we have for rain. We have a slight chance of it in our forecast. We're going to see temperatures begin to cool down going through the week. 84 will be the high tomorrow, 80 on Wednesday. 20% chance of thunder showers on Thursday. That'll mainly be in the afternoon and evening, and a possibility of that sliding into very early on Friday morning. Temperatures dropping into the mid-70s. By the way, if you haven't yet, download our weather app. It is very handy. It gives you tons of information. It's always there. It's absolutely free, and it works spectacularly.
And of course, especially if it rains, but even if it doesn't rain, we always love to see pictures and videos that you all take of the weather, and of course take them sideways.
And of everything, selfies, stories, anything you've got out there. Go ahead
well, that is our newscast for tonight. Thank you for joining us.
Our next newscast is Great Day from 5 to 10 a.m. Why are you laughing?
Good night.
Grocery Outlet first because their prices are up to 60% less than what you'll find at regular stores. But wait, there's more. Shop here first and you'll always find more bargains. But wait, there's more. Amazing deals on big name brands in every aisle. But wait, there's more. Everyone gets a unicorn. What? No, they don't. Grocery Outlet, Bargain Market.
The first hybrid in America, a Honda. The first to meet the Clean Air Act standards, a Honda. and now we're the first to do something else. The Honda Dream Garage Sales Event! Right now you can get an amazing deal on a Honda Accord, named a 2015 IIHS Top Safety Pick.